this portal leads to my base. Hi. Let's see. Yeah, see. Please keep out, thank you. Aww. One of these. Anyway, if I had my carts here, I think I had them reset back at the other side. If we come in here, no, I guess I should point this out. I made a, let's see, what is that, a 5-wide tunnel here, and I just could not decide which side I wanted it on, so I said, screw it, I am making a 3x3 portal, you can kiss my ass, Notch. In here, as the sign said, is the zombie XP farm. One of my own little creations. I've built a few. I've built most of the XP farms on this server. Some of them, yes, in creative. Oh, instructions on how to use the overly complicated light that, as soon as we get someone on here with some decent redstone knowledge, can probably turn this convoluted 3-lever system into a single button. Anyway, we've got a little brewing station here. As it turns out, just like Co found out, the fastest way to take care of zombies is hurt them, and then heal them. Haha. Instant death. It's lovely. This. One of the wonders of SMP, you can't just stand here AFK while they pile up. Eventually they get to be so many in there, they glitch through the corner, and I came back from about 5 minutes of being AFK and found myself dead and all my stuff had despawned. It was very frustrating, to say the least. Anyway, here's kind of how it works. Very similar to Etho's cave spawner trap. They fall down onto some fences. It would go down further, except we're already at 14. I don't know if you can tell, but all those fences are actually sitting on bedrock. So yeah, there was literally nowhere else to go. So rigged up a little mob evader here and dropped them the rest of the way to where, if you want to, they're about 2 or 3 punch kills. Yeah, see, 2. SMP. You can do that, get your XP that way, or you can let them all pile up for a single splash potion and poof, they're all gone. It's very nice. Up here is the overly complicated redstone that, 1 second, I have to sneeze. Originally what I wanted to do with this was hit one button. All these pistons do their fancy magic things, which, that one needs to get pushed down. Why wasn't that pushed down? That one needs to get pushed down because that one's one above the spawner, so if it's not down... 1 second. Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh, I pushed the light inside. Whatever. Something to fix later. Let's head on that back out to the tunnel. Anyway, now we are back out here. Come on, sprint. There you go. One thing I will say on our way back here, kind of along the lines of before, where, you know, don't enter anyone's home on this server without permission. I will make it a tad bit more extreme for me. Here we go. Got a little arrow factory. If I catch you in my house and you have never been in my house without my permission, I will ban you on the spot. I'm sorry. But I intend on ruling this server with an iron fist. Not quite, but I've had a few people wander in, and fortunately, well, I guess, unfortunately, I was AFK. Fortunately, I had left myself logged in, and I heard the guy rifling through my chest, so I had already warned him previously never to be in my base without my permission, and just listening to him rifle through my chest, well, that was kind of the last straw. Something else I had also warned him about. Ooh, lucky you. Ooh, if I could spell. Anyway, yes, please, do not come into my base until I have invited you in, which means that you've grown to the level that I feel I can trust you, which is not meant to be an insult to any of you guys out there. until I get to know you, I choose to be the more cautious type. Anyway, my little enchanting station here with Etho, Vex, whoever's little piston idea. I think Etho did left, right, top, bottom. Vex did top, bottom. Although I kind of built this one shortly after watching Etho make his, so very similar to the one Vex just showed. Got the whole thing here. Variable enchantment station. Back this way we have my potion room. Probably the fanciest thing I had made up until the town hall. We have a chest for every potion and every ingredient. And we've got a nice little station here with a very similar setup to Etho, except I find that with the improved potion brewing time, you don't need the full 10. 6 works pretty well. So that's kind of what I go with. I have... oh, where is it? Ridiculous amount of blaze rods, and I'll be showing you guys why here in a bit. Anyway, hop on back here through the back entrance to my storage area. As you can see, very similar to the storage area in Town Hall. Like I said, this is where I got my idea for it. A box for everything and a thing in every box. I kind of like it. And this is the overly complicated piston-only way I found for labeling a mushroom chest. I've actually got them both in here. I didn't decide to separate them because you don't get them too often, but I figure in Town Hall, why not? Oh yes, and the... don't need any more of those ever again. Now, you might think that, wow, you must have been patient to push it all the way up, because right over there, you see a little hole, that thing? That's where I grow my mushrooms. I push them from up all the way over here. Wow, Nocturne, you must be really patient. You guys have no idea. As one day I decided, you know, it'd be cool to have mushroom walls in the mushroom growing area. Oh, that took forever. Hope you guys like it. The only thing I don't like is that I... originally, where the iron bars are is where I had the mushrooms, but I decided as I am sitting here harvesting the mushroom, I didn't want to accidentally smack the wall and have to put one back. So, got the iron bars here, which are not smackable without, oh, probably 60 seconds or so worth of hitting. So, just kind of a little safety feature. Oh, something else that really kind of pissed me off. The guy who mined my diamond block also decided, oh, hey, mushrooms, and stole them, harvested this block. It's like, hello? Do you not notice the entire rest of the room? Anyway, moving on. I have a very modest bedroom. Kind of a waterbed. Back here we have my farms. Guess I recently harvested these last time I was on here. We have a pumpkin and melon farm, which I completely stole this idea from Etho, because it was such an awesome idea. And back here I tried to do a farm. Well, on SMP that's more or less impossible. You could have 2 pigs in here and 2 cows over there. Go away for a day, come back, you've got 2 cows and a pig in here and 1 pig over there. So I decided, screw it, I don't need an animal farm. Anyway, I have been debating with myself whether or not to actually show you guys the overworld way to get into my base. But I figure since I have given you all the warning, do not come into my base or get instantly banned, which, yes, again, is rather severe and over the top, but I have signs on both sides, please keep out. So hopefully my warning and these signs are enough that when I show you where my base is, you'll understand, please listen to them. Now if we go ahead and swim up here. Let's see, where's the nearest? Nope. There's one back here. Nah, screw it, we'll go this way. This is Zatch's ocean base. That sphere that you can see that's rendered, and others will render as we get over there, that's Worth's ocean base. Up here, this was ACR King's ocean base, who I guess got the idea to build an ocean base out here, because these guys did. This is the asshole who decided it would be funny to steal my efficiency 5 pick, use a bit of it, and then hide it in a chest under his house. Well, I didn't find that funny at all. I don't care if you were being funny, if you were trying to do a joke, or what. Screw you, ACR King. You are no longer welcome on this server. I'm sorry. Now, for you guys, this may not look terrible, but believe me, this was once a full and complete house. Let me go ahead and show you a few things. Flying makes things so much easier. Yes, he at one point did have bedrooms and whatnot. But creative mode and TNT can be a powerful combination. So yes, this is a warning to anyone out there, as the sign says. There. Beware, as such to thieves and their ilk. So yes, please. I really, like I said, want to keep the whitelist off on this place. All of us who have been here have been having a lot of fun, and I really think I can keep that going. All I ask is that you guys behave as you would in the real world. If you're going to run around and steal things, then I hope you look forward to your future in prison, because we don't take kindly to that in the real world either. Anyway, this is the portal I pointed out to you near the Nether Wart farm. Zatch's ocean base. And over here, we have Worth's balls. And no, I'm not saying that to be funny, that's what he calls them. I don't know where he got the idea from, but for me, it was very reminiscent of the... I don't know, the things Zisto has made in Kaizo Caverns and Legendary. I believe he is almost done with this one. He's still in need of a bit of mossy to finish off this sphere. And I believe he still needs quite a bit of lapis to finish off the floor in here. But otherwise, he's got a pretty cool setup in this place. I believe we got nether brick and nether rack, and then this one's just brick and wood. And yes, forgive me for flying and being in creative mode, but this should speed up the tour quite a bit. Let's go ahead back towards town, and I'll show you a couple other things. That was a ravine in there. I believe I explored that sometime during the first couple weeks. This map, I don't believe I mentioned. I started this one the same day Minecraft 1.0 got released at Minecon. I was not at Minecon, as I was job hunting at the time. But this map has been around since then. Over here we have... well, this is Zatch's track from his mountain base to his ocean base. You guys are free to use it. Just remember to return the minecarts to their places. Down here we have Zerako's stronghold. Bit humble at the moment, a little wheat farm, but a holy shit, look how much he dug. Hole. Guy's got one hell of a mine going on down there. Over this way. I believe this is Metal Pig's soon-to-be castle. I'm hoping he comes back to finish it one day, especially seeing this video and having it on video. This is Zatch's place. I have no idea how to get in from this side, so I'm sorry we won't be able to show it off, but please, please, as amazing as his little lava fall here is at sort of a Mayan temple style thing, again, don't go in with a... Stop stealing my grass! Yeah, that's right. You get to burn. You don't get to steal my grass. Ooh, moron. Damn thieves. See? We don't take kindly to their kind here. Stop stealing. Anyway, moving on. This is, or was, the original area that I wanted us to start building in. Those of you who have been on the server in the past might recognize the place where your house once was. But if you haven't been here for over a month, I tore it down. Sorry. I assumed it was abandoned. I believe there was one over here. There was a half-built structure on the mountain here before I flattened it. There was something here. There's a glowstone under this brick, which is why I've left it there. Because someone does have a pretty decent little cave system going on under here. I didn't want to fill it completely in, but I did wipe out the house that was on top just in case he comes back. Over here, someone was working on a boat. If anyone would like to come in and finish it, I don't know if whoever he was is going to be back. Banana something. Banana beer, I believe it was. Kind of a hard name to forget. Anyway, this over here was the original community chest area. Has moved, as it says. Look straight ahead. Oh, look, there it is. So yes. Over here was the original community wheat farm. It's still free to use to anyone who needs it. Got wheat. Got wheat. Hey! Seriously. No, I didn't get an ender ball. Good. I was going to throw it away since I killed him in creative mode. I believe Fire Red originally had a house very close to here. That's his wheat farm. Since he and Dave, or Nick... Honestly, I'm sorry, I can't remember whose name it was. Yeah, Borth is still on. Since those two went and moved out into the wilderness way the hell out there somewhere, I tore your house down, Fire Red. Red, rather. So I hope you don't mind. I left your chest in your wheat farm, so all your stuff that you did leave here, the 6 seeds and a sapling, which I'm sure are very valuable to you, are still there. But otherwise, I think when you guys join the server, you're free to build anywhere around this lake if you want to. Not a whole lot of room at the moment. Like I said, you're free to build this boat up, make it your base. You could probably take this island up here if you wanted to. This little floating island. It's, again, not terribly large. Pretty close to the community wheat farm, which would be convenient, although I don't know if you'd want people constantly walking past your house all the time like that. This bridge actually leads to Ninja's place, which... if he weren't one of the original Season 2 crew, I probably would have torn his house down too, as he's been very busy with his job and... like a crazy man trying to meet women. What the hell is wrong with you? Minecraft is more... I can't even finish that sentence. Let's see. Over here is my failed attempt at recreating Etho's Spider XP farm. As when I found out that splash potions of harming work wonders against creatures I will show you later, I needed a nice supply of spider eyes. Well, ended up finding this place due to a misplaced portal mishap, and found this place. Unfortunately, thanks to SMP, this design, as amazing as it was, does not work for crap. For shit or much of anything else. If we go ahead and look in here, there's the little buggers. They too do a similar fall to their death. I believe it was like 14 or 15 blocks below the spawner. They fall, hit some fence posts, slide on some water, get brought up the very fancy staircase that I gave a 360 all-around viewing area. Quit fighting the currents. You know you don't have a choice. Come on. And believe me, oh my god. Like I said, misplaced portal mishap crap. This is how I found the place originally, so just so that doesn't happen again. As convenient as having the portal connect right here, I'm sorry, I don't want it there. Let's see if I can show you guys the problem if they ever get up here. Basically, they get here, they fall down, like they should, which is great. Except, due to the glitches of SMP, one or two of them all of a sudden appear up here. Even though they are really down here, they're visually and physically up here to the game, which keeps all the other ones from flowing out, and it's just a massive clusterfuck. So, bit of a failure. Although if you're patient, it does work well enough that you can sit here and you can kind of, well, I will fix that later. Sometimes I really hate creative mode. You can get them like that, and it works pretty well. It's not as great as it should be. Ooh, yes, over here. One of my personal favorites, I think the largest build on the server right now. Name. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry, guys. I believe if we go up here... Yes, Merrick. This is Merrick's place. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but he's got his own little telescope here, where he's got his base built. It's freaking amazing. He's got his Easter egg pastel farm over here for wool. Wheat, sugarcane, reed, paper farm. Got a really cool looking portal here on the roof. He's spent a lot of time working on this. I think it, like I said, it's one of the biggest, nicest looking builds here on the server. So me leaving the whitelist off, I really hope you guys behave yourselves. I mean, I know 99% of you out there watching are great people and will be a lot of fun to play with. It's just that other 1% of you who are like 11 or 12 and think it's the funniest thing in the world to just destroy someone's creation. It's like, I'm sorry, fuck you, get the hell off my server. Forgive my language, but I really cannot stand you children. Anyway, moving on to something a little happier. Let's head back into my base. Alright, here we are back in the Nether. I believe I will save this cart for last as it is the longest, so kind of a nice way to round out things. Let's head on over to this other track I pointed out earlier and give this one a bit of a ride. It's quite a nice one, I should say. This right here is the portal, the problematic portal, Ninja's original portal. Caused so many problems. Oh! It's a Worth! Hello! Oh, I'd say the tour is going pretty well. So, let's go ahead and hop on in here. Sometimes I hate the fact that you can get multiple mine tracks like that. Alright. As you can see, I really love that little piston trick there. So, let's enjoy the ride. I'll admit, I built this in creative. I tried to do it... Actually, now that I think about it, I will show you the point at which I gave up doing it legit and went creative. This entire way, legit, all the way, even through here, all the way up until... I probably should be looking out these windows to give you guys a nice view. Still legit. Yep, still legit. Ooh, this is nice. This one was a little hairy, getting through there. Here. Right there. I just threw in the towel and said, screw it. Dealing with lava can be such a pain in the ass sometimes. I didn't know how to get out there and do things, and I just kind of wanted to hurry up and get something done, and anyway. What is at the end of this trek? Something I spent a bit of time working on. As you can see here, we have... What's this? Well, it's another fortress. And yes, it's a double blaze spawning area. As I'm sure most of you will recognize, this is Etho's Spice Cream Cone XP farm trap style farm, to be redundant. Now here, got the lights and the other lights. I'll just show you guys a little bit of this, but to give you guys a real flavor of the test, actually let me go ahead and turn these back on. I'm going to go ahead and jump into my little single player copy of this world, because All the glitching on SMP completely ruins this. So, let's go ahead and jump out. And I will show you guys this in the most lag-free way possible. By the way, this world map has grown to about 200 meg. So what I'm thinking is that if it is true that you need a new world to generate the jungle terrain, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the core of the real world, cut it out in MC Edit, and then generate a brand new world, and then paste that entire set of chunks into that world. So that way, everything that people have made here will stay safe, but we can get the fun of having all the new stuff. Now, the original idea for this place was you'd hop down here and just kind of sit here AFK and let the blaze build up. Unfortunately, thanks to the SMP glitch where mobs will come flying through the ceiling and go 20 blocks up, I had to make modifications by removing this fence gate, or this ladder, adding the fence gate, which is just enough to keep you from being jostled around and shot up off the top of the ladder. So, I forgot to turn on the rest of the system. Silly me. So, before anyone out there says, hey, you copied Etho, I do want to mention that I built this thing, probably at the beginning of the month. Which, I don't know. It's pretty simple. Got yourself a little timer here, and that controls the conveyor belt. Now, while it does seem like it's a little noisy now, once we get a few more blaze spawning, all the noises will glitch out and silence themselves quite nicely. So, like I said, very similar to how Ethos goes, except I have mine always on, which I find works pretty well, because they've only got this little 2x2 area, and eventually their pathfinding, or another one, others falling down, push them right into here, and if I can get up there, show them all right down into the middle, which I can't quite tell with all these particles. Looks like someone may have left the thing closed. Anyway, once they piled up suitably, you hop down here into, get on the ladder, into the killing room. Oh, look at that. Yeah, someone left it open, or closed. Open the crusher area, and exactly like Ethos, we've got a little RS Snorlash with a timer. Go ahead and seal the area. So just so we know that all the guys down here have the same damage. And we start the crusher. And again, just like Ethos XP farm, this works great in single player, wonderfully well even. Just need to kind of do. They all die. You get lots and lots of levels. You get blaze rods. Everything's great. The little hitch, though, is in SMP. See how I'm punching these guys right here on the level? That is physically impossible in SMP. I don't know why. This bug has been around forever. It has been annoying for just as long. So, because you can't do that, you have to actually get under them to punch them. And given that this is supposed to be a pain-free, no-harm-to-you XP farm, when you're down here, the blaze can see you, and they will often shoot fireballs at you. This, I cheated in with creative mode and an ice block to at least put you out, so that way you don't completely die. Anyway, we'll open that back up. And I don't know how much you guys want me to explain about this. I could make another video on it, kind of showing how it all works. For anyone who's familiar with redstone, or at least timers, this should seem pretty straightforward. But again, if anyone would like an explanation, I think I could be talked into putting a video out about that, or at least going over it on one of my streams. And here we have a more simple variable enchanting station with just one level. Just the top going up and down, because right below here is open nether, and I did not feel like creating a whole area just to put the redstone. Anyway, this is where all my blaze rods have come from. This is probably the best XP farm. Borth has found, through independent testing, that 10 minutes AFK, as done by a timer, and a splash potion of damage can get you about 30 to 40 levels in one go. So, needless to say, we've had a pretty good time enchanting our stuff out here. Oh, right. Thought I was on the server for a second. So... yeah, I guess we're good here. Let me go ahead and hop on out. We'll head back to the server. Speak of the devil. So, yeah. This thing works amazingly well. Even with the glitches of SMP, although I will warn you, the amount of redstone and sound and just mobs in here can get really laggy, so I would not exactly recommend this to everyone. Yeah. Don't know who closed that, but this has happened before. Pigmen spawn inside there. Stupid pigmen. Just turn the system on. They fall in with the rest of them. No big deal. Easy enough to deal with. Let's see. I hate pigmen so much. I swear, Jeb really just needs to go ahead and add to the game the fact that pigmen are not allowed to spawn on railcart tracks. Hit the button. There we go. The biggest frustration I have had in the Nether. Anyway, let's go ahead and ride this all the way back, and I'll meet you guys there.